Hey, what is up guys, back again with another interesting and awesome video. In this video I'm going to be telling you how you can make a multi-selection lookup on SSRS report in D365. But before that, if you are new here, please consider subscribing, because every week I post tutorial tips and tricks type videos on D365 finance or operation or Power Platform. So without wasting any time, let's jump to the Visual Studio and let's see how you can do that multi-selection lookup on SSRS report. Okay, before going to the Visual Studio, let's see the requirement here. So I have the lookup of production order number. So actually I've used the EDT here of prod ID. So actually base is doing the lookup for me. So this is a normal lookup, so we have to make it a multi-selection lookup, and we also have to make some ranges and filtering out the data here in the lookup. So let's see how you can do that. So let's go to the Visual Studio. So here I'm in the DC class, so I will go through the DC, DP and the UI builder class. So first we are in the DC class. So what we have to do here in the DC class to make a multi-selection lookup. So there are two ways, with the one with the list and another one with the string. So first we will see with the list, and second we will see with the string how you can do that with the string. So here I made a param method of list type. So this is the variable of list type, so the method is also of list type. This return type is list, and also you have to make one more attribute in the param method, which is AIF collection type attribute. This is actually the type of list that you are making here. So this is a string type, so because this is the prod ID, it will be of string type. So this is you have to do in the DC class. And okay, let's move to the next class, which is a UI builder class. So here you have to first make a dialog field which will be linking with your parameters. So here I've made a variable or object of dialog field, and I have also added the object of the DC class. So this is it. So next important step here in the UI builder class is to make a lookup method. So we'll be using this lookup method instead of the base lookup method. So here I have added a lookup method, name it whatever you want. It will take a argument of string control type, from string control, because our parameter is of string type. So it will take the argument of string type. So in this method I have added a query build data source range. So I have added a prod table because we are getting our the data in the lookup from the prod table, or the prod ID or production order number. So name, status. I've also provided a range here, so it will be only providing us which are not completed. So this is the logics you can make according to your requirements. So the next line is important line here. So this is actually the sys lookup multi-select grid. It will be providing the multi-selection capability to our lookup. So here it will take query, controls 3 times, and the container. So you have to make a container here also. So this is the code for lookup. Okay, let's move to the next step. So actually you have to make a build method to mention all your parameters. Nothing special here. So next you have to make a post run or post build. You can make either of them, both will work fine. So here in the post run method I have binded the dialog this dialog field with the parameter of the report. So this is the param method which will be providing the parameter of the report of prod type. So actually this is the binding that dialog field. So next is here, this is the logic. Actually this will be providing the button on the lookup. So here the next important step is to override the base lookup. So this is the first argument is the base lookup. So we are overriding the base lookup with our newly created lookup method, and also we are providing the instance of the UI builder class. So this is it in the UI builder class. So let's move to the next class, which is a DP class. So how we can get our elements, multi-selected values from the multi-selected lookup, and also how we can filter out our query based on that multi-selected value. So here these lines of code which are commented, so these are line you have to write to make it work. So first I have made a variable of list which will be getting the list from the param method. Here this line number 23 will be getting the list from the param method. Next is iterator, which will iterate every element of that list or every element selected values in the lookup. And here we will be storing that every element in this string variable with the comma, separated by the comma. So here I've used the while loop which will be iterating the list with this more and the next method. So before anything, we will be having this string will be like, this is the sample string, like production order number 1, comma 2, 3, comma, and the comma. So this will be having a comma in the end, so it will not work in the query range. So we have to remove that end comma. So the next line is the line number 35 is removing the comma from the end. So actually it is taking the sub str from the first starting position to the last starting position -1. So it is neglecting the comma here. So now our string will be having the all the element, all the multi-selected values separated by the comma. So now next step, you can just easily provide that that string in the query range to filter out your report data. So that's it for the list. Okay, let's see on the report. Let's build and deploy the report. So here you can see that this is the production order parameter lookup. This is a multi-selection lookup, so I can select multiple values, and this will be selecting the multiple values separated by the semicolon. So I can click OK, and this will generate the report with the filter out data based on the multi-selected values. Okay, let's talk about the second method using the string. So here you have to make a param method of string type. So in this method you don't have to mention the attribute of this list type of string. So this will be the normal param method as you usually write. So next step is UI builder. The UI builder class will be the same exactly. It will work exactly same as in case of the list. The only changes that you have to make in the DP class. So actually this is the easier way than the list, I think, and I mostly use a string way of making a multi-selection lookup, because you just have to write one single line. Let me show you. So here I made a variable of string type, and I'm getting the string, all the selected values from the multi-selection lookup, but that string is separated by the semicolon. Every single element is separated by the semicolon. So actually you have to replace the semicolon with the commas. That's it. Then you can pass it in your query range directly. So I have passed this here. This is the warehouse parameter. So this is the str replace method actually, and I'm actually passing it directly into the range. So it will work fine. It will work similarly as a list. So you can choose whatever you want to do. So that's it for the multi-selection lookup way in the SSRS report in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. If you like this video, please give a like, comment, or share this video, and please subscribe this channel, because every week I post videos about Dynamics 365 or Power Platform.